Aliens, robots, and an unlikely pair take on a larger-than-life task. Here's your movie line on Pacific Rim. Hey everyone, I'm Tatiana Carrier. So, what do you do when an alien attack threatens Earth and all that exists within it? You build your own army of robots, of course. This epic battle plays out in Guillermo Del Toro's action-packed apocalyptic thriller, Pacific Rim.
At the end of our time, we have chosen to believe in each other. Today we face the monsters that are at our door. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
The journey to bringing the $180 million film has been an emotional one for the director, who's famous for his work on Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth. Here he talks about what Pacific Rim means to him.
It's sort of all of my bucket list in one movie. You know, I really love this movie so much. It comes straight from the most genuine place of my heart. It's a movie that takes a genre that is either forgotten or the object of nostalgia and wholeheartedly embraces it without postmodern winking and nudging, you know. It's a poem to giant monster movies.
The actors went through a grueling process to act out scenes where their characters meld minds or drift in order to control one massive robot in their army, sometimes for 14 to 16 hours a day. Even though Del Toro admits he was, quote, in front of a monitor with a cappuccino, he insists that the process was just as painful for him.
My heart was breaking for them, honestly. They had a 2-ton machine on their back, digging in. They were on an exercise machine. They had 2 machines strapped to their arms. Every movement was like being in an exercise machine. And then I started throwing water and fire and smoke and steam at them and sparks. Poor people.
Luckily, the actors can laugh about it now, even though, as Charlie Hunnam and Idris Elba admit, they may not have been fully prepared for what was to come.
I think the physical aspect of it, I hadn't anticipated being quite as brutal as it ended up being.
Right.
The piloting of these giant war machines was pretty brutal.
For 6 weeks prior to the film, we were sort of training. And I looked at myself one day as I was lifting a tire across Manhattan Beach thinking, hold on a minute, what is this movie about? I thought the robots did all the work.
Elba goes on to explain how the film is much more than a bunch of robots kicking alien ass.
There's this, massive acting piece, real emotion that sits in the middle of this film, and Guillermo doesn't want you to, sort of phone it in. Here's a human race at the end of their days, we are the resistance, you know what I mean? What does it feel like? That was actually a good challenge for us.
Fun fact, Tom Cruise was actually originally considered for Elba's role of tough-talking commanding officer Stacker Pentecost, but after seeing Elba's work in the award-winning BBC series Luther, Del Toro was convinced he was the one. He gushed about the actor to reporters during filming last year, saying, quote, "Idris is one of those actors that is capable of embodying humanity. I wanted somebody that you could have doubts internally, and very few guys can do that."
I do not need your sympathy or your admiration. All I need is your compliance and your fighting skills. And if I can't get that, then you can go back to the wall that I found you crawling on.
Charlie Day and Ron Perlman bring some comic relief to the film as Dr. Newt and Hannibal Chow.
So what's the deal, little fella?
Well, that's classified. So I couldn't tell you, even if I wanted to. But it is pretty cool.
Their chemistry is apparent even off-screen as they discuss who they choose to drift with if an alien attack happened in real life.
My life partner, my wife. We've been drifting together for 37 years. Honey.
Last time you said Groucho Marx, and so...
Thanks. You just let me redeem myself, and then you threw me under the same exact bus you picked me up on.
There's your movie line on Pacific Rim. Go or no? What's your review? Hit us up in the comment section below. And subscribe to Movie Line for some exclusive videos from Comic-Con. We're going to bring you guys all that right here. I'm Tatiana Carrier. Thanks so much for watching.